Hello everyone, welcome to Stoic Wisdom today. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly felt in control of your own mind? Not just motivated, not just focused for a few hours, but truly centered, calm, unshaken. In a world full of distractions, opinions, and emotional storms, mental discipline is no longer optional. It's essential. But discipline isn't built by force. It's not something you unlock once and keep forever. It's a choice, repeated daily. The Stoics understood this. They didn't wait for ideal conditions. They trained their minds like warriors trained their bodies. Today we'll explore 7 Stoic thoughts, simple, timeless reminders you can return to each day, not to impress others, but to align with your deeper self. Because when your thoughts are steady, your life becomes steady. Let's begin. Let's begin. Thought 1. I am not my impulses. Emotions come and go like weather. Some days it's calm, some days it storms, and if you're not careful, the storm pulls you under. But the Stoics taught something powerful. You are not your first reaction, you are your second thought, your choice. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the things you think about determine the quality of your mind. The mind produces sparks, impulses, cravings, anger. But just because a thought arrives, doesn't mean you must act on it. Discipline begins when you pause. When you create space between stimulus and response, even 5 seconds can change everything. That moment of stillness, that's your power. When someone disrespects you, when fear creeps in, when comfort calls your name, stop, breathe, and ask, is this who I want to be? You can't control the storm, but you can become the stillness within it. And that's where mastery begins. Thought 2. Comfort is a drug, not a reward. Comfort feels good for a while. A soft bed, a skipped workout, an extra hour on your phone. But the Stoics warned us, comfort is not the reward, it's the test. Every time you choose ease over effort, you're not just resting, you're training your mind to surrender. Seneca said, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor. And craving comfort is a kind of poverty. Mental discipline means embracing voluntary discomfort, waking up earlier than you want, taking the cold shower, doing the hard thing first, not to punish yourself, but to prove to your own mind, I'm stronger than my impulses. Comfort can become addictive. It whispers just this once, but once repeats and repeats and repeats. So treat comfort with caution. Rest when it serves your mission, not when it derails it. Because the goal isn't to avoid struggle, it's to become stronger than what tempts you to quit. Thought 3. If it's outside my control, it's outside my concern. You can't control the weather. You can't control the news. You can't control other people's opinions. So why do we let these things consume our peace? Epictetus gave us the simplest filter. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. That sentence alone can change your life. Mental discipline means refusing to spend energy on the irrelevant, on what's outside your hands. You can influence, prepare, respond, but you cannot control outcomes. So let go of needing to. You don't need to fix every opinion. You don't need to argue every post. You don't need to chase every result. Your focus is a limited currency. Spend it wisely. What's in your control? Your choices, your values, your words, your presence. That's enough. The rest? Let it pass like wind across your face, not with apathy, but with freedom. Because nothing brings more peace than the discipline to say, this is not mine to carry. Thought 4. Discipline is remembering what you want. We don't fail because we're weak. We fail because we forget. We forget what we said we wanted, what we promised ourselves, what matters. The Stoics knew this. That's why they journaled every day. To remember, to reset. Discipline is not willpower, it's memory. When temptation rises, ask, is this aligned with the person I said I'd become? That's the real question. Not can I get away with this, but does this honor my vision? When you remember your purpose, you make fewer excuses. You lose interest in distractions. Seneca wrote, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." So set your internal compass, write it down, repeat it. Let it guide you when things get noisy. You don't need more motivation, you need more clarity. And clarity comes from remembering what matters and who you've chosen to become. Thought 5. Silence is strength, not absence. We're taught to speak up, to defend ourselves, to share our opinions quickly and often. But the Stoics believed something different. Silence is not weakness, it's strength held back on purpose. In a noisy world, silence becomes rare, and what's rare becomes powerful. Discipline is knowing when not to speak, when your words would add heat, not light, when your energy is better preserved than explained. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't waste what remains of your life in speculating about others." You don't need to react to every insult. You don't need to jump into every debate. You don't need to be understood by everyone. Let others talk, let them assume. Let your silence speak more clearly than their noise ever could. Because a disciplined mind doesn't shout, it watches, it waits, and when it speaks with purpose. Thought 6. Today is a battlefield. Show up like a soldier. Each day brings a new battle. Against laziness, against distraction, against the version of you that wants to stay small. You don't need to win every war, but you do need to show up. The Stoics approached each morning as a practice, not with dread, but with discipline. Marcus Aurelius would remind himself daily, "You were born to do this, and so are you." Start your day with movement, with silence, with something that reminds your body and mind, "I'm not here to coast. I'm here to train." The world will try to steal your focus, so claim the morning before it does. You don't need a perfect routine, you need a consistent one. One that says, "I'm preparing for life, not hiding from it." Because when you begin the day with intention, the rest of the day answers to you. Show up like a soldier, with clarity, with order, with strength earned through repetition. Thought 7. I don't rise for praise, I rise for principle. It's tempting to perform, to chase applause, to feel good only when others say you're doing well. But that's not discipline, that's dependence. The Stoics taught us to act from within, to live by principle, not by praise. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish." You're not here to impress, you're here to align, to move with integrity even when no one is watching. That's real power. When you do the work in silence, when you show up even when it's thankless, when you walk your path, whether it's celebrated or not. Discipline is acting from your center, not your audience. So the next time you feel unseen, unappreciated, ignored, smile. Because your worth isn't found in being noticed. It's found in being consistent. Let your results speak. Let your peace speak louder. Conclusion. The Stoic practice of daily discipline. Discipline isn't something you achieve once and keep forever. It's something you rebuild every single day. You wake up, you choose to remember, you choose to act with intention, you choose to return to what matters. Not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. These 7 Stoic thoughts are not just ideas, they're anchors. Daily reminders to steady your mind, calm your emotions, and walk with strength. Return to them. Write them down. Practice them, one at a time. Because in the end, mental strength isn't about being perfect, it's about being aligned. And that alignment begins with thought, followed by action, sustained by choice. If this message grounded you, helped you reset, or brought you closer to your best self, leave a comment, give this video a like, and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom today for more timeless reminders every week. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay present, stay stoic.